Here's a little fun fact. Boston got the nickname Athens of America because it's a major hub for education, culture, and big ideas, kind of like how Athens was in ancient times. The name dates back to the early 1800s, thanks to Boston's top-notch schools like Harvard and MIT, its love for the arts, and its role in shaping big political and philosophical movements. So, in this video, we're diving into the top 10 spots that truly embody this spirit. Are you ready? Let's go! At number 10, we've got Boston Common, the oldest public park in the US, dating all the way back to 1634. But don't let its peaceful vibe fool you, this place has a wild history. Back in the day, it was used for Puritan punishments like public whippings and even hangings. Then, in 1768, British troops set up camp here. It wasn't until after the Revolutionary War that Boston Common became a hub for public speeches, rallies, and major events. Today, it still stands as a stage for free speech and public gatherings, but it's also packed with things to do. You'll find theater performances, concerts, and even free fitness classes throughout the year. And speaking of fitness, if you're up for a challenge, you've got to check out the Freedom Trail. This 2.5-mile trek takes you through 16 historic landmarks, giving you a crash course in American history. It kicks off right here in Boston Common, winds through downtown Boston and the North End, and wraps up in Charlestown. Along the way, you'll pass iconic spots like the Old State House and the Paul Revere House. Talk about walking through history! The whole excursion takes about 90 minutes, and you can either explore at your own pace or join a guided tour for a deeper dive into the past. Either way, it's a must-do for history buffs. Coming in at number 9, we've got Newbury Street, Boston's ultimate destination for shopping, dining, and historic charm. Stretching across 8 blocks in the Back Bay, this iconic street is lined with stunning 19th century brownstones, giving it a mix of old-world elegance and modern luxury. And get this, Newbury Street has been called one of the most expensive streets in the world. Why? Because the farther you walk, the fancier it gets. At the Massachusetts Avenue end, you'll find more budget-friendly spots like TJ Maxx and Forever 21, along with beloved local gems like Newbury Comics and Trident Booksellers. But as you make your way toward the Public Garden, you'll notice the vibe shifting. The shops get more upscale, the sidewalks feel wider, and suddenly, you're surrounded by designer boutiques like Cartier, Bulgari, and Burberry. With over 250 stores and 52 restaurants, there's something for everyone here. Whether you're hunting for high-end fashion, unique finds, or just a great meal, Newbury Street won't disappoint. Coming in at number 8, we've got the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum, a one-of-a-kind art museum nestled in Boston's Back Bay Fens neighborhood. The highlight? A breathtaking Venetian-style courtyard that you can admire from every floor. Inside, you'll find an eclectic mix of art, from Renaissance masterpieces to tapestries, sculptures, and even works by up-and-coming artists. Isabella Stewart Gardner had a passion for collecting, and it shows in every corner of this museum. But here's where things get really interesting. On March 18, 1990, this museum became the site of the biggest art heist in history. In the early hours of the morning, 13 pieces of art were stolen, making it the largest property theft ever recorded. And guess what? The case is still unsolved. The museum is offering a $10 million reward for any information leading to the recovery of the missing artwork. Talk about a real-life mystery. Want to see this incredible place for yourself? Tickets start at just $22, so it's definitely worth adding to your Boston itinerary. At number 7, we've got the Boston Public Library, a true treasure trove of history, art, and culture. Located in Copley Square, this iconic landmark houses over 23 million items, making it one of the largest library collections in the country. I'm talking books, maps, manuscripts, letters, drawings, and even original works dating as far back as the 10th century. Some of the highlights include the first edition folios by Shakespeare, original music scores from Mozart, and even John Adams' personal library. But it's not just about what's inside. The library itself is a masterpiece. As the first free municipal library in the US, it's a must-visit for book lovers and budget travelers alike. The Renaissance-style architecture and Venetian-inspired courtyard make it a picture-perfect spot. Head up the marble staircase to the Bates Reading Room on the 2nd floor, or make your way to the 3rd floor to admire John Singer Sargent's murals. Whether you're here for the history, the art, or just a quiet moment, this isn't just a library, it's an architectural wonder that will leave you in awe. Moving on to our number 6 spot, we've got the Museum of Fine Arts Boston, one of the city's top cultural gems. With over 100 galleries, this place is packed with over 500,000 paintings, sculptures, instruments, artifacts, and so much more. If you really want to take it all in, plan to spend a good chunk of your day here. So, what can you expect? The museum features a stunning collection of works by local artists, indigenous cultures, and contemporary legends like Edward Hopper. You'll also find iconic pieces from Monet, Renoir, Manet, and Rembrandt, plus a remarkable selection of Asian art. And if you love special exhibits, you're in for a treat. The museum regularly features rotating displays with masterpieces from Black artists like Diedrich Brackens and even Picasso. So, if you're thinking of visiting, the museum is open Wednesday through Monday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., but on Thursdays and Fridays, they keep the doors open until 10 p.m., giving you extra time to explore. Tickets are $27 for adults and $10 for kids, ages 7 to 17. But if you've got a Go Boston card, you're in for free. At number 5, we're switching things up with something a little more quaint and modern. Beacon Hill Books and Cafe. This charming indie bookstore in the heart of Beacon Hill is the perfect blend of literary escape and cozy cafe vibes. Step inside, and you'll find 3 enchanting levels. On the ground floor, a warm, inviting cafe, the kind of place that makes you want to linger with a good book and a cup of coffee. Head up to the second floor, and you'll discover a beautifully curated selection of books, just waiting to be explored. And on the third, a whimsical children's section, perfect for a lighthearted read, no matter your age. But here's what makes this place even more magical: a tiny red hidden door and a wraparound train that zips along the top of the wall with just the push of a button. It's details like these that make Beacon Hill Books and Cafe an experience, not just a bookstore. But take note, with its growing popularity, weekends can get pretty packed. So if you want a more relaxed visit, try stopping by during the week or book a reservation weeks in advance. Believe me, this one's worth planning for. If you're a beer lover, you're going to love our number 4 spot, Samuel Adams Brewery. Tucked away in Jamaica Plain, this legendary brewery offers fun, interactive tours led by enthusiastic guides who know their stuff. You'll get a behind-the-scenes look at the barrel and aging areas, pick up some tasting tips, and learn all about the brewing process. And of course, you'll end up in the tap room where the real fun begins, sampling a lineup of their best brews. But here's what makes this tour extra special. You'll get to taste exclusive beers that you won't find anywhere else, not even outside the brewery. So if you're looking for a one-of-a-kind beer experience, this is it. The brewery is open daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., and for just $10 per person, you're in for an unforgettable beer adventure. Cheers to that! Coming in at number 3, we're heading to one of Boston's most iconic shopping and dining destinations, Faneuil Hall Marketplace. This historic marketplace is where America's first retail specialty carts program began, and today, it's home to over 40 local vendors selling everything from apparel and accessories to unique gifts you won't find anywhere else. It's not just a shopping trip, it's a unique experience in one of the most historic retail hubs in the world. Once you've had your shopping fix, it's time to treat your taste buds at Quincy Market, Boston's ultimate foodie paradise. With 25 different eateries, you'll find everything from fresh seafood and sweet treats to specialty drinks. So trust me, you won't be leaving hungry. And before you head out, make sure to catch the street performers and local musicians who bring the marketplace to life every day from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Whether it's jaw-dropping tricks or feel-good music, there's always something entertaining happening here. For our number 2 spot, we have the North End, Boston's oldest neighborhood and an absolute must-visit. Even if it's not on your itinerary, chances are you'll end up here at least once. Steeped in rich history, the North End is home to 3 key stops along the Freedom Trail, including the famous Old North Church. But what truly sets this neighborhood apart is its strong Italian roots, earning it the nickname Boston's Little Italy. Here, you'll find some of the best Italian food in the city, from the legendary Regina Pizzeria to Sicilian-style seafood at the Daily Catch, where you can try their famous black linguine with squid ink and calamari meatballs. For dinner, you've got options: Mamma Maria for an upscale experience, Giacomo's for affordable house-made pasta, or Brico, where the fresh bread and meats come straight from its own in-house bakery and butcher shop next door. Beyond the food, the North End knows how to throw a party, especially in the summer. The neighborhood hosts traditional Italian feasts and processions, with the biggest event being St. Anthony's Feast in late August. Dubbed New England's largest Italian festival, this massive celebration features live entertainment, parades, and over 100 food-filled pushcarts. So mark your calendars, because this experience is definitely one for the books. After 9 incredible spots to fill your Boston itinerary, you might think you've seen it all. But if you have room for one more bucket list destination, this next one is a no-brainer. Topping our list at number 1 is Harvard University, the world-renowned institution located in Cambridge. The campus is always open to visitors, so take a stroll through the iconic Harvard Yard, the historic heart of the university. If you want a deeper look, join a free guided tour led by Harvard students, where you'll hear fascinating stories while visiting landmarks like Harvard Hall and Widener Library. But Harvard isn't just about academia. It's also a treasure trove of art, history, and science. Art lovers will want to explore the Harvard Art Museums, which include the Fogg Museum, Bush Reisinger Museum, and Arthur M. Sackler Museum. These galleries showcase everything from modern photography and 13th century sculptures to masterpieces by Picasso, Georgia O'Keeffe, and Jackson Pollock. On the other hand, history buffs can visit the Peabody Museum of Archaeology and Ethnology, where exhibits explore ancient Latin American cultures, Native American history, and even the evolution of American dining habits. If you're a science enthusiast, you should definitely check out the Harvard Museum of Natural History, featuring dinosaur fossils, rare minerals, and an impressive collection of animal specimens from around the world. So, if you're looking for the perfect way to round out your Boston experience with a deep dive into history, culture, and the arts, Harvard University is the place to be. From rich history and world-class museums to mouth-watering eats and hidden gems, there's something here for everyone. So, which spot are you adding to your Boston itinerary first? Sound off in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, you'll love this next one.